With gas prices soaring, the Eyewitness News Green team decided to find out are Rhode Island politicians going green. We checked with the governor and the leaders of Rhode Island's 6 biggest cities, and you might be surprised to hear why one of them is still driving an SUV and why another actually got rid of an alternative fuel car. Here's Eyewitness News Green team reporter Elizabeth Hopkins with a look at who's going green.
Just about everybody is complaining about the high price of gas. But when it comes to elected officials driving publicly funded vehicles, the kind of car they drive and what gas mileage it gets is important because ultimately their gas bill is your gas bill. Hybrid cars. They have a reputation for saving money and a record for saving the environment.
My next vehicle is going to be a hybrid, I know that.
Toyota claims their Prius gets 60 miles to the gallon, so it would seem to make sense that alternative fuel cars would be a top choice for elected officials driving publicly funded vehicles. Except across Rhode Island, they're not. Eyewitness News traveled around Rhode Island to find out which vehicles elected officials are driving. Then we went to the EPA website to check out the average gas mileage for those cars, city and highway combined. Our findings? Cranston's Mayor Michael Napolitano drives a Mercury Montego, getting an average of 21 miles to the gallon. In Warwick, Mayor Scott Avedisian drives a Ford Taurus, 20 miles to the gallon. Woonsocket Mayor Susan Menard's car is a Buick LaCrosse, 20 miles per gallon. In Providence, Mayor David Cicilline drives a Lincoln Town Car, 19 miles a gallon. Pawtucket Mayor James Doyle's Ford Crown Victoria, 18 miles a gallon. The same for East Providence City Manager Richard Brown, who also drives a Crown Vic. And Governor Don Kachiri's car is a GMC Yukon, averages just 14 miles a gallon.
That uses a lot of gas, but we did a good deal with the thing. It's got 90,000 miles on it. I want you to know we get good use out of these cars.
The governor tells us his job requires him to be anywhere at any time in any road condition. He says his SUV allows him to do that and ranks high in safety.
We accepted a CNG-powered car.
Warwick's mayor had but then got rid of an alternative fuel car several years ago. He says the car ended up costing more in time and money because the only place to fill up was in Providence.
Which meant that virtually every day somebody had to go to Allen's Avenue to fill up the canister with natural gas.
But he says ever since, the Public Works Department has been crunching the numbers, trying to figure out a way to incorporate hybrid cars into their fleet. He says so far it's never worked out to the taxpayers' advantage. Cranston Mayor Michael Napolitano says it's the same for his city, although Napolitano did decide to switch to a compact car with better gas mileage.
The previous administration had an SUV, which I didn't think was cost efficient.
In Providence, Mayor David Cicilline says the city is ready for a new vehicle. He's already test-driven a hybrid SUV.
There is a newly produced vehicle that's a hybrid that will, I think, double our fuel efficiency.
For those we talked to, doing the math on alternative fuel cars hasn't added up to being viable. The mayor told me another factor in picking what car he drives is safety. He says a lot of times these cars will ultimately end up in the police force fleet. Of all the elected officials we talked to, they each said they're trying to make their city go a little more green. For details on how they're doing that, just head to our website, foxprovidence.com. With the Mobile Newsroom, Elizabeth Hopkins, Eyewitness News.